Hey guys, it's Megan here with Little Miss Meg's Makeup, and today I'm just going to show you guys how to get this flawless face that I use pretty much every day with a couple new products I was trying out for the first time. And this kind of warm eye I was inspired by the scarf because it is neutral tone and it's warm and cozy, and who doesn't love that? So I just thought I'd do an eye that kind of corresponds. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and please stay tuned and keep watching to see how I did it. We're going to start with our primer, and I just use the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is a really good primer. I find that I have very dry skin, so I found that it keeps my face pretty moisturized and sets it really well for my foundation. Alright guys, quick disclaimer because I forgot. I'm currently on quite a bit of medication that actually dries out my skin really bad. So that is why my lips look so horrible and pretty embarrassing. So just a disclaimer, so if you guys are like, ew, her lips look gross, well, that's because of the medication I'm on. So yeah, just no hate comments please, because I am embarrassed enough already, and I'm just trying to get through it. So now that our primer is done, we're going to move on to foundation, and I am using the Naked Skin foundation in the color 4.0. And this color might look a little dark for me. It is my summer color since I haven't had a chance to get a new one. And I'm just applying this with a Real Techniques foundation brush. Around my nose and everywhere. So I just got this product recently, so this is actually my first time using it, and this is the Michelle Phan Concealer Palette. And this is just a palette. It comes in light, medium, and dark. And I just dropped the brush there. It has all these different colors, so you can mix. The middle shade will be your natural skin tone color, and then these are, you have two a little bit lighter, two a little bit darker, and then you have one highlight shade here. And this is so through every season that your concealer will always match your face. So the middle one matches me pretty well. So I'm just going to take my finger, and they're really creamy. Like if you can see, it just melted on my finger. So I'm just going to apply this over my blemishes. Okay, so now that I have covered all my blemishes pretty well, and there's some blemishes that people just have to understand that you're not always going to be able to cover completely, because if you do pack too much makeup over some of the blemishes, it will look kind of cakey, and you don't want to look like a cake face. So next I take my Benefit Stay Don't Stray, and this is a eye primer and concealer in one, and this can be used under your eyes and on top of your eyes, well, eyelids. So I just put it on my finger and kind of warm it up between the two. Apply it on my eyelid and under. And this is, under is just to act as a primer for my brightening concealer that I will apply later. So now that my face is evened out pretty well and I have my foundation and all the bases on, now it's time to highlight and contour. So I like to use a liquid highlight, and this is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. And I'm not sure what shade this is. Oh, I guess, oh, actually it's fair. So what I do is I just take it on the applicator it comes with, and I swipe under my eye. And I kind of look like an Aztec here, but hey, it makes you look good. So what I'm doing is under my eyes, bridge of my nose, forehead, chin, and whatever's left on your cupid's bow. As you can see, these are the points that you want to stand out the most in pictures and when people look at you. So you want, highlighting will pull focus to where you apply the highlighter. So these are the areas that I really want to stand out and look very clear and prominent. So I'm taking my Sigma Tapered Kabuki brush, and this is the F86. And this brush does wonders for concealer. I never thought I'd really use a brush for concealer because I like to use my fingers most of the time. So I'm just patting this under my eye and down my cheek and up the top of the side of my cheekbone. So now that all these areas are lightened, sometimes just to tone it down just a little bit, I like to go back with my foundation brush and whatever is left on from when you first did your foundation and just blend out the bottom parts. I don't like to blend personally right here because that's where I want it the brightest and that's where I want it the most prominent. Alright guys, so now it's time to add some depth back in our face. So I'm going to be using, this is by Michelle Font, and again this is my first time using this because I actually just got it today. And this is called Chiaroscuro. It's a really weird name, I know, but basically what it is a two-ended highlighting and contouring. Basically kind of like a pin, I guess. This is the contour side, they're like bullets, and then that is the highlighting side. So we're going to go ahead and try them out. So starting with the darker side, the contour, and I'm going to be using to blend this out my Sigma Round Kabuki, and this is the F82, which is amazing for blending out cream, bronzer, and contour. So what I'm going to do is just make some lines on my face, basically. So I'm doing the sides because I want my cheekbones up here to be more prominent, and I'd like a shadow there. And then normally you'll bring the shadows up sides of your face, and normally here, and since I have a larger forehead, sadly I'm just going to contour that, and then down the sides of your nose just to get a little bit of a fix there. So now I'm going to take my Kabuki brush and just blend it out. And when you're blending this, I prefer blending it up. Don't blend it down. I think if you blend it down, it just looks like a big blob. I'd rather blend it up so you can see this nice contour line and then have it fade up towards your cheekbones and come down and make your jawline look shorter. So personally, I just like to blend it up. As you can see, the bronzer side of the contour stick actually worked really well, and it blended really nicely. I wasn't at least expecting that, but see how with blending it up, it just gives this nice fade of contour, and like when you talk, you can really notice the line very subtly, and it just fades up really nice. So I personally really like that, and I think it's really beautiful. So since I'm trying out this stick, I might as well try the highlight side too. So I'm just going to apply that where I applied the lighter concealer to just make things more prominent. So I'm going to go down my nose. Let's go Cupid's bow. And we'll highlight the cheekbones, because who doesn't like nice glowy cheekbones? And then to blend this out, I think I'm going to go back to my Kabuki, tapered Kabuki. Alright, so once I do that, let's move on to blush. And today I'm going to be using the NYX Rogue Cream Blush. And this is in the color Rose Petal. And this color is just really nice. I just like the peachy undertones of it. And since I have fair skin, I feel like it just looks better with my skin tone. So what I'm going to use is this MAC, I believe this is the 188, yeah. The 188 brush. And this is actually... at MAC they use this for foundation, but I feel like it's not a good foundation brush. I'm sorry if you love it, like that's totally fine. But I just think the brush hairs were like falling out when I was using it with foundation, and I just feel like it didn't cover well because with like my acne and stuff, like I feel like it just didn't do the job. So I like it for cream blush a lot. I feel like it works really well. So I just kind of swirl and tap this in there. and then tap it on my cheeks. And I personally like to start back more and then work my way forward to build it up because I really don't want big circles on my face of blush. Okay, and then my trick after you do your blush, since it is over the lightness of your contouring, sometimes what I like to do is go back with your concealer brush and just kind of blend it all together. Again, you want this to look really natural and subtle. You don't want it to look like big pink cheeks of makeup. Alright, and that's pretty much it for Alright guys, so my camera kind of caught off at the beginning of it, but I'm using this A Few of My Favorite Things palette by Too Faced Cosmetics, and this palette is pretty amazing. I really love all the colors. I'll go more into depth about it later. So to start off, I just applied cream colored ponies, and that's kind of a weird name, but I applied that all over my lid, which is just a really nice cream base. Next, we're going to go in with chocolate milk, and I believe that's this one, yeah. It's right there. And to apply that, I am using my Sigma E25 blending brush. Just looks like that. And I'm just dabbing it in that color and applying this. Go in with a little bit deeper shade, and what I'm going to be doing is using a little bit smaller brush, and this is the E30 by Sigma, and it's just like a small pencil brush, and we're going to be using the color Dark Chocolate, which is just a really nice rich brown. And so on our pencil brush, we're just going to be applying that right into the crease. So basically you're just drawing a cut on your crease and then slightly blending that out. So then I'm going to go back with my E25 blending brush and I just blend this up. Which is a like peachy shade with some nice gold flecks in it, which I think is really, really pretty. So we're just going to apply this to the middle of our lid. And that really brightens it up a lot. So once that color is applied, I'm going to take Honey Pot right here, which is just a gold color. And again, on that same flat shader brush from Sigma, I'm just going to apply it in the outer part of my lid. Just to kind of bring a little bit of warmth back in, because as you can see, my scarf is very neutral. I kind of got that for the inspiration. Do is take the other side. This is two-ended, by the way, but this is the E30 pencil brush again, and I'm going to dip that into Pure Glam, which is right here, which is a black, but I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's actually really sparkly, kind of like the other one you can see. So what I do with that, barely a little line. You just want a little bit of depth because you don't want it to look too harsh at all. And then again, go back with your blending brush, which eyeshadow is all about blending, I believe. You always want a nice blended out eye. And you can even blend it up just slightly. I'm going to go back with that cream color that we first started with on the same brush. Go back on the brow bone just to bring back that color on the eyes. Again, go back with blending brush, just kind of two-swipe it, and then go back in the cream, blend that up even into here. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other end that I had black on, and I'm just going to wipe it off. I'm going to dip this into the first color, chocolate milk, apply that outer third of the eye, just to give your eye a little more warmth and depth. Literally. Alright, so I just applied my Be a Bombshell eyeliner, and this is just like a big chubby pen, which is actually running out. That's why my eyeliner doesn't look so hot. This is in dark blonde, and I'm just using the pencil side, and all I do is just line the bottom of my brows, and then the top in darker, and then I take just a brow gel. This is just a cheaper drugstore one, and I just wiggle it in. By actually wiggling it in, you are blending the brow pen. You just pencil. You just use. You're blending it out and making it look more natural. I feel like brow gel gives more texture to the eyebrow, which makes it look more natural and realistic. So I feel like some people's eyebrows just look way too fake, and you just know they're fake. Alright guys, so that was it. I just finished off with some mascara and a lip gloss, and I use this from my Michelle Fawn palette, and I used the middle color here, and this is the peach mixing. You guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe